For Gemma Roberts, the four walls of her front room are all she can know for the moment.
You're going to do the ankle stretch.
Unable to move far and breathless after spending 2 months unconscious on a ventilator, she is totally reliant on her fiancé.
8. Whilst I was in the coma, I did have 8 cardiac arrests. Suffered with sepsis, I had to have dialysis. My family were contacted quite a few times to say I probably wasn't going to make it. I can't thank everyone enough that saved me.
Gemma decided not to get the vaccine, but now wants to warn others of the dangers.
You don't want to be 35 and having somebody else to cook your food for you, help you walk again. Basically learning everything from when you were a baby.
But Gemma is not alone. COVID's devastating legacy has led the Warrington and Halton Hospital Trust, where she was treated, to set up a dedicated unit for people suffering with the long-term effects.
The people who are coming to us tend to be middle-aged, younger, people who had good jobs, they've got family responsibilities, they might have carer responsibilities, and suddenly they're shattered and they can't get out of bed in the mornings properly, and their lives are completely turned upside down.
And as we move into winter, there is nervousness across all the services here. With patients waiting longer for planned surgeries, the next few months will be difficult.
At this hospital, the operating theatres are now running at nearly full capacity, but it's clear that COVID is still having a massive impact on the NHS. Now here, they are trying to get through the backlog of surgery, but with the emergence of a new variant, there is still no end in sight to the disruption to waiting times.
Okay, if you just relax your arm, so it's just going to go a little bit tight.
Thank you.
Lewis Cumming was meant to have his knee surgery before the pandemic. He has now been treated, but it's been a rough couple of years.
You get very stressed, which is anxiety, obviously, but it just
Because you're in pain and you don't know when it's going to end.
You don't know when it's going to end. How long is a piece of string? When are they going to do it? Especially with the COVID restrictions, etc.
And the spectre of COVID is everywhere. Extra cleaning takes up valuable resource. And with nurses changing PPE around 50 times a day, it all adds up to time that could be spent with patients. Coronavirus is still challenging every aspect of what the NHS does.
New variants coming out, and we don't know what impact that's going to have on the system and how much pressure it's going to create again. And every time we have one of these, situations, it just basically prolongs the waiting again. It eats up into some of the gains we've made.
Since the pandemic started, there have been so many unpleasant surprises. And the new variant leaves us all with so many unanswered questions. Gemma is hoping that she will get well again soon and make a full recovery. But in a time of COVID, she knows there are no guarantees.
Thank you.
Alex Rossi, Sky News, Warrington.